stitch bird. Well, we're back home. It was an exciting wee trip, and I just thought I'd review how my capsule wardrobe went in case you didn't see any of my shorts, and a little bit of the shopping that I did over there as well. I managed to get to IKEA. I had a wee mini haul from IKEA. I did manage to buy some fabric, so I'll talk about that, and another couple of bits and pieces. Anyway, let's get started. Day one at the airport, it was freezing in Christchurch. So I just decided to wear my jeans and my Arlington top, and I'm just looking at my notes here so I don't get confused. And by the time I got to Gold Coast, I was really hot. So I'm glad I didn't pack too many of those long sleeve tops. Anyway, it was very comfy to wear in the plane, so definitely we'll be making more of those. Day two, we had a bit of a sort of a chill day, and I just decided to wear my graphic tee with my smitten jacket and my new capri skirt. And we did a little bit of shopping. We went down to Surface and had a quick look around. And I ended up going to a shop in Australia which is called Case of Craft, because I do a bit of scrapbooking. So I got some pretty scrapbooking pages from there. And I'll do a little bit at the end of my sort of shopping haul as I've finished this week. Anyway, beautiful sort of gift wear and things there, and I made it to a really cool shop called Fabric Frenzy. And if you want to move to the Gold Coast, the business is for sale. And I bought some really cool pieces of fabric, which again I'll show you a bit later. So that was day two. Day three, we went to a wildlife sanctuary. And I think I said in my shorts we were going to hold a koala, which we did, so I'll put the pic up there. It was really exciting. Managed to pet a few kangaroos, which is sort of one in a lifetime sort of event, because I think they're stopping the koala experience. I think it's just an animal welfare thing, I'm not sure. But he seemed quite happy, and they were giving him breaks, and he was having a few gum leaves, excuse me, I've got a bit of froggy throat today, gum leaves in between and that, and yeah, so that's sort of, and it was an amazing experience and a good fundraiser for the wildlife park as well. Anyway, next we went to, we went on a cruise up the Nerang River in Brisbane. And on that day, I wore my skull duggery dress by Sewing Revival, and this was such a comfy option for travelling, and it didn't crease up. It was really nice to wear. So I wore that on the cruise, and I was actually warm enough. I did take my wee smitten jacket with me as well. So I'll put some pics of that up there as well. That was a beautiful way to look back and see the Gold Coast. Especially we left in the daylight and we came back just on sunset. Beautiful homes along the cruise, worth millions of dollars. It's nice to dream. Anyway, day five, I wore again the capri skirt by Love Notions and my Montrose top by Cashmerette, and we went on a trip to Brisbane City, and on the way I stopped at IKEA, and as I said, I've got a wee mini shopping haul, little bits and pieces. I couldn't buy a lot, and as we're about to go in, my husband said to me, "You're going to be really depressed after you've been in here." And to be fair, I did feel a little bit sad, because obviously we couldn't take too much home. As I probably said earlier, we do not have an IKEA in New Zealand. We can get some IKEA furniture and bits and pieces, but we do pay quite a bit. I guess it's the freight costs to here and the supply and demand. One day apparently we are going to get one, but when, I'm not quite sure. It's been in the pipeline for a wee while now. But I was just blown away at all the little, I love storage, and all the little drawers and storage options. It was really cool to see. They have all the rooms set up, which most of you probably know if you've been to an IKEA store, giving you lots of ideas. Anyway, day six, we went on a bit of a drive. It was about just over a 2-hour drive up to Noosa, and on the way we stopped at the Umungi markets, and I'll put a pic up here. And I did do a little bit of shopping there, and I'll show you these now. I bought these gorgeous kangaroo earrings, and they have, I'll just see if I can come a bit closer so you can see. They're really pretty. They're in layers, so you can wear 1 layer or 2 layers. Really pretty. And because we were celebrating the fruit, and we did enjoy the fruit in Australia, I bought these cute little fruit earrings, which I thought would go with one of my fruity tops. So we stayed there the night, and the next day, day 7, again I was wearing my skullduggery dress by Sewing Revival, and we went for a bit of a walk and drove up to the Noosa Heads. Beautiful little boutique-y shopping area, lovely place to go. We've got all the cafes and the bars and things. Then after that, on day 8, we were about to go home, and we just went for a bit of a walk around where we were staying. We were staying at Chevron Island, and I was wearing my Emma top by Tiana. Again, it's another pattern I would love to make again. And I may have bought some fabric that I purchased from Fabric Frenzy, which I'm going to make into another top, which I'll show you shortly. And I had on my Allegro bottoms, just really casual, just to do a bit of a walk, because we knew that we were going to be on the plane for a few hours, and we just had a wee bit of a look around. And then we were late getting into Sydney, and Qantas knew that we were going to be late because we're actually travelling Qantas from Coolangatta, which is a Gold Coast airport, to Sydney. And they knew that we were coming, and they potentially knew that we had enough time to transfer, but before we even landed, they had offloaded us and already had accommodation booked at a very unusual hotel, I have to say, called Moxie, near the Sydney airport. And I did have a pic or a shot of me with my outfit the next day, which I'll get to, but quite unusual. They had all the furniture in the rooms on the walls, and the lift was actually a container, so quite different, but very modern, very eco-friendly, that kind of thing. So on the next day, fortunately I still had my Aria button down handy, so I put that back on again with my Allegro bottoms, and we were good to go. But it was a bit colder in Sydney, I have to confess, quite a bit different to the Gold Coast. And when we got back to New Zealand, it was 8 degrees, absolutely freezing. So I had to throw a jacket on when we got home. Anyway, I'm just going to stop the video now and get my IKEA haul together, and I'll share that with you. And then I will get my fabric that I bought and show you that. Anyway, okay, one of the first things I bought, and I've bought these in New Zealand, but when I saw them I couldn't believe it. These are the Drona boxes. These are the ones that fit the Billy bookcase. They are 25 by 35 by 25. In New Zealand we pay $19.95 for one. I got 4 for $18 Australian. And the difference between Australia and New Zealand, it's probably about 10 to 12% more in Australia. So I got 4 of those, and I was so wrapped because they're definitely not cheap here in New Zealand. So that was my first one, and I use these for my indie patterns, and I'll probably put some of the patterns that I've recently purchased from the Big 4 in here. So I'll end up labeling them with my cricket tops, bottoms, that kind of thing. So that was really cool. The next thing I bought was some really nice textured cardboard magazine holders, and they've got a little hole in the middle there, which is really cute. So I bought a packet of those. I bought this organiser, and to be fair, I haven't seen this in New Zealand. And this little organiser, I don't know if I can bring it up close to the camera. It's sort of like an easel, but it's got all the pockets. I'm not sure whether I'll use this in my sewing room or whether I'll use it in my paper crafting room, but I just really like the fact that you can use all the pockets, really cute. And I bought the rail and the little pockets. Now we do have this in New Zealand. I think it's about $20. I got it for $9 Australian. And I hadn't seen the shelf. They may have them, but this was only $2. So I got one of those, managed to squeeze it in my husband's case because he doesn't do as much shopping as me. And so that was a good buy. I haven't seen these before, and they're little hooks that you mount on the wall and they sort of open out so you can put hangers on. And I thought I could put a couple of those in my sewing room rather than having my great big clothing rack when I'm just doing makes and then just hang them up. Probably could even put one in my wardrobe to hang some bags or things like that for display. So I've got a wee packet of those. I always am looking for little aluminium hooks, so I bought a little packet of those as well. Really sturdy little hooks. And the next thing was, reach for it, some really nice white bookends, and I thought they would go up on my shelf up there. I'm going to redo that shelf up there now. I've got my IKEA magazine boxes and I've got my lovely bookends, and they were only like $2.50 Australian each. Really cheap. This other wee hanger I bought, again, I thought it could be great for hanging samples and things. Otherwise we'll just use it in our laundry area. I did buy a couple of soft furnishing things which I've now put away, but it was just really exciting to look around the store. The other thing that I picked up from a $2 shop, or a sort of a bargain shop, was these little tape measures, and they're vinyl, and I'm hoping that I can stick them along the front of my door that is used as my table. I got 2 1 meters. I'll butt them up together, and so it'd be great to have a measurement along the end of my table. So that was really cool. And the other wee thing that I forgot to tell you, which I bought from the markets, the Amangi markets, was this gorgeous little coaster which I'm going to use for my tea and coffee, and I just thought that was really cute. So I'll now go and get all my fabric and show you that. Right, this was my haul from Fabric Frenzy. I saw this as soon as I walked into the shop, and I just really love this colour. It's a beautiful jacquard cotton, and it was only $10 Australian a metre. I got 3 meters because I think it would be really pretty in like a tiered summer dress. And there's plenty of patterns. There's actually a new one just come out by Itch to Stitch. So just really, really pretty. It's got a slight jacquard to it. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it's really pretty. So couldn't resist that one. Anyway, I had thought, because there's been a new pattern out from Love Notions, I think it's something like Clearwater Summer Essentials, and I wanted to make some summer swimwear type thing. So I managed to find in Australia this beautiful swimwear fabric, and I bought this one to team up with it so I can mix and match. So I've got 1 metre of each just to play around with that. As I mentioned earlier, I want to make another Emma top, and I've got this lovely drapey knit for that beautiful pinky, deep pinky colour. So that was another find that I was really rapt about. And then I really love leopard print, and this is a knit as well. Not too sure at the moment what I'm going to make out of this. I would imagine it will be some kind of top. So yeah, really rapt. I was really limited with the weight, obviously, what I could bring back. So that was the pieces that I found. Really recommend a trip to the Gold Coast. Beautiful weather. Most days it was in the early 20s, and I was really rapt with my little capsule travel wardrobe. I felt that most pieces really served me well. I probably only needed one long sleeve top because it was really warm there, but it was great having that wee smitten jacket which was fairly lightweight but just gave me that extra layer. if we were out on a boat and that kind of thing. Anyway, I'll try and put some pics up to sort of connect to the days, and so you can see a little bit of the scenery. And yeah, catch you next week. Thanks for watching. Bye now.